not fair, you know. The church has so many clever means of raising revenue. The most endearing is the plenary indulgence paying to ransom poor grandmama's soul from purgatory. And people are grateful to pay.
His Majesty trivializes the power of holy intercession.
I'm speaking of the power to collect money. If I need revenue, I must levy taxes, and people complain.
His Majesty can collect revenue by force. The church can collect only through faith.
Ah, but it is you who wield the sharper sword. I can only frighten them with prison. You can frighten them with hell.
As His Majesty's spiritual advisor, I would caution the king against feeling too competitive with the church.
Surely His Majesty does not mean to disparage our tax-collecting efforts. Considering the endless war, the loss of taxable land, the slaughter of taxable men, and the cost of an army that depletes our resources while lacking the will to fight, I think we do rather well.
I cannot stand that woman's laugh. Have her removed.
Why don't you shoo away all of these overcoiffed toadies?
Because of my body warmth, and this room is so drafty.
What can I do? Why us?
This way. Sorry, ladies. Thank you.
Wait. Not you.
From Sir Robert de Baudricourt, with salutations and fealty to His Majesty Charles VII.
Well, well. De Baudricourt has sent us the Maid of Lorraine. Not precisely from Lorraine, but close enough to keep her in the hunt. I've tried the Maid of Lorraine ploy before. I've even recruited a few candidates myself. But it's never worked.
You will, of course, not receive the latest candidate.
And why not?
The church has little tolerance for self-proclaimed icons.
Yes, but it's de Baudricourt who makes the claim. The girl's position on the matter is quite unknown to you, dear Bishop. Perhaps I will see her.
As His Majesty's church-appointed spiritual advisor, I advise His Majesty not to take lightly the advice of his church-appointed spiritual advisor.
And as His Majesty's military advisor, I have always opposed the Maid of Lorraine tactic. Toying with people's fantasies is a tricky business.
But what if this one's credible? De Baudricourt endorses her, and he's no fool. If she wears the part well, the people might rally, the troops might rally. Even I might rally. We could finally budge from this giant chamber pot and go where we belong. Raz.
She did come all this way. No sense being rude.
The esteemed Sir Robert de Baudricourt has sent us a girl he claims to be the Maid of Lorraine on a mission from God. But our eminent bishop rightfully insists upon proof. So, we will put her to the test in front of the entire court. Yes. Yes, you, La Tremoille, will be seated on the throne, and I shall be mingling with the assemblage. If she ferrets the true king, she will have proven herself divinely inspired.
His Majesty's, how shall I put it, boyish demeanor is legend. She'll spot you at once. And then?
And then... won't it be fun? Bishop, don't be so dreary. If nothing else, the crowd will find it miraculous. It will reinforce their faith in God. And what's wrong with that?
There may be no harm in seeing the girl.
Only the girl.
What is your name, child?
I am Joan d'Arc of Dormy, your worship. May I speak to the Dauphin? Alone?
Shall I bid the others go?
Pull the door shut when you leave, eh, Bishop?
My Dauphin. I've been sent by God to tell you that you must claim your crown and unite the people of France.
And why do you imagine God has chosen you for this holy mission?
I don't know. But I do understand why he's been so insistent. The English have begun a siege at Orléans. If the siege falls, you will never get to Reims, and you will never be the king.
Do you presume to think that this is news to me?
Then why haven't you sent your army to raise the siege?
I can't. I haven't the money or the means. Besides, no one believes in France anymore. They're tired of fighting.
You must have faith, my Dauphin, and the people of France will follow. They're hungry for someone to believe in. I saw it at Vaucouleurs. Do you know they rallied behind me? A farm girl? They will rally behind you.
That has not been the case. Why do you claim to be the Maid of Lorraine?
I'm not the Maid of Lorraine, my Dauphin.
No. Of course you're not the maid, but people say you are. Why?
Because they need someone to believe in, my Dauphin.
Why do you call the king Dauphin?
That is the title given to the rightful heir of the throne.
Clever. It's not easy being king when people neither love you nor fear you, just follow you because you're all they have.
God wants you to be king, my Dauphin.
I always thought I would be a good king.
Lift the siege at Orléans and go in triumph to Reims.
Actually, there might be one way. The army would never follow the Dauphin, but they would follow the Maid of Lorraine.
But I'm not the maid.
You'll have to learn to stop saying that.
I don't know how to lead an army.
You'll have to learn that, too. You'll be surrounded by knights and commanders. You won't have to do much. Just be the maid.
God did not send me for this.
How do you know? Couldn't this be God's plan? You were sent here to convince me to claim my crown. I'm convinced, but Orléans stands in the way. I can't rally an army to lift the siege, but the Maid of Lorraine can.
God would not want me to live such a lie.
But is it a lie? If God has sent you to lead the French army to victory, then mightn't it stand to reason that you are the maid? Or were you not really sent by God?
I was sent by God, my Dauphin, I assure you.
I'll need proof. Can you give me a sign?
It's been hours. What can they possibly be talking about?
She's the one. She's the one we've been waiting for. God has sent her to lead my army.
A rather impulsive statement, Your Majesty.
She showed me a sign. A sign from God.
What sign?
I'm sworn to silence. Surely a man as devout as you wouldn't expect me to break a vow to God. If only we could be certain of her purity.
The church is the best arbiter of such things. We can send her to the convent of Poitiers to be examined.
Precisely.
Poitiers is a perilous journey.
Which is why you will accompany her with an armed escort, dear friend.
My mission continues.
And so does mine.
What if she fails?
If she fails, she's just a deranged farm girl. What if she succeeds?
We observe that she is chaste, a
These
virgin.
men are clerics of the university.
I do not know A from B.
What do your voices tell you?
That it is God's will to deliver the people of
If
France.
it be God's will, then there is no need for
The
soldiers.
soldiers will fight, and God will give them a great victory.
We find nothing heretical,
Her claims to divine guidance.
We find in her only ardent faith.
honesty, and virtue.
None has a right to reject this maid.
Who are all these people?
The men that responded to the king's call for troops to follow the Maid of Lorraine. Raise your arms, Joan. Raise them high.